how do you get to the middle as fast as possible? I'm going to plan every little thing, or you can go too far in the other direction and just one-shot it and not review it. The idea is to bounce between the two.
I love this because it sounds like, okay, I love this idea, but like, gosh, sounds like a lot of work to rewrite the feature 3 times. And you're like, nope, I'm coming to the video already prepared. I did all three. Here's what's going to happen.
So I think we have to be constantly testing. Like, can I loosen the leash here? Everyone, my name is Michael, and this is Nick. We're both best friends. We've been friends for a long time, and we've been programming for a long time and using AI heavily every single day since ChatGPT came out. And one thing that we used to do when we lived together is talk about AI for a couple hours straight. So we figured we might as well start recording our chats and just putting it out there on the internet. So if anyone else, does the same thing as us, we're creating content for people like us. Okay, so this week, a new topic. I haven't talked to you about this yet, but there was that video from Dex and Vibhav where they were talking about you can go super far in one direction and you can go super far in the other direction. And meanwhile, you want to be in the middle. And so how do you get to the middle as fast as possible? And the idea is, okay, if you're doing, let's say with planning for new features and code changes, you can go too far by saying, I'm going to plan every little thing and review every code change that the agent makes. Or you can go too far in the other direction and just one-shot it and not review anything, right? So if you're trying to get in the middle of that, the idea is to bounce between the two, to say, okay, I'm going to do too much planning, I'm going to do no planning, and get an idea of what happens in both scenarios. And then say, okay, when I do no planning, these are the problems that happen. Like the feature doesn't even do what I wanted it to do. There's tons of bugs. It introduced maybe new patterns or used patterns I didn't want. And I have to go back and fix all of it. And then when I do too much planning, it takes me way too long to implement a feature. And so maybe I could have just implemented it myself by writing the code myself, and it would have been faster. So then the next iteration, the third iteration, you say, okay, I'm not going to do no planning. I'm not going to do too much planning, but I'm going to do like some planning. And now I'm going to see what happens. And you can even do this with the exact same feature and compare those iterations against each other to say, okay, when I do no planning, what's the plan that comes out? When I do too much planning, what's the plan that comes out? And I did that this week. I one-shotted a plan. And I also went through the full step-by-step
I just want to
plan.
say, I love this because it sounds like, okay, I love this idea, but like, gosh, sounds like a lot of work to rewrite the feature 3 times. And you're like, nope, I'm coming to the video already prepared. I did all three. Here's what's going to happen. Like, I love this. This is great.
Yeah. So I got some interesting insights from it. And then after getting those insights, then I went and I built more features with a better idea of like how I can move quickly and still get high quality code. So, okay, so the first thing I did is I one-shotted the plan and I just saved it. And then I went to go do the full research and design discussion. And maybe I'm going to share my screen here and we can draw an Excalidraw.
Okay.
It might be a little rough because I'm not that good at Excalidraw, but
I mean, this is what you were hoping to be able to do this the whole time. So
yeah.
let's go.
Okay, so let's say we've got one shot right here, just to keep this in mind. And we've got prompts, and then if I click, and then 2 and 8. All right, and then how do I copy here? All right. And then we've got our, what do you even call? So we've got RPI, right? But this is like a step up from RPI, where we
The
have the
extended
research
RPI.
question.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
it's
let's
the
do
I
it.
that's what I call it at least. It's an 8-step RPI extended.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
we've got how many of these? Eight of them. So we'll just do one through eight.
And if anybody's wondering what the difference is between this and a regular RPI, it's been discussed in Dex Horthy's podcast. And also, it's really just a process for extracting more human intuition, more human thought early on in the process before you get to the research phase, is really all it's doing. That's where a lot of the additional context and planning comes from.
Yeah. So I'll just shorten it. We've got our research phases. This is really two phases, right? And then we have our design phase. Then
Yeah, it's like
we
research question. It's like research questions, research answers, design. Then it's
structured outline.
outline. Yeah, and then
And
it's
then we have,
refactored plan order.
I actually don't do that. I
You
just,
skip
if
it.
I do that, I just directly
Okay.
do it in the structured plan outline. Okay.
And then we
So
have
we've got
spec
this.
after plan, right? Spec is like, or not the spec, it's like the implement, which is really just the execution of the plan.
Yes. But I stopped at this step.
Yeah.
So I
Okay.
stopped here at plan. So
Ah,
now
okay.
we're comparing these two things against each other, right? So the
Yeah, you should make that
interesting
a
thing,
double arrow if you
let's
can,
see how I'll just draw back.
because these are equivalent. Yeah, there you go. That's perfect.
Okay, so we're
Okay.
comparing these two things against each other, and what I found is this plan actually, this plan was better in some ways, and this plan was better in other ways. So this plan, if I draw an arrow now, let's um, this plan um, had better endpoint design. This plan, let's draw another arrow here, and two, better integration with the full application. Okay, so this plan said, all right, so I'm making an update to this data point, and really it should be its own endpoint. So let me create a new endpoint specifically for this new feature that we're adding. While this plan decided to tack on that new functionality to an existing endpoint, sort of overloaded that endpoint with too much work. Now we've got like a separation. Hey, when I send you this data, do this, do A. When I send you this other data, do B. Um, but this plan, because we did the full research steps, it found other places in the application that also needed to be updated, where this plan did not. It completely missed those other areas. And then I did some analysis to say, okay, why did this plan, we did all this extra work. Why was this plan like the design was technically worse? Um, and I did so much more work on this one. What happened was in the design discussion, it asked me a question like, hey, um, should we you create a new pattern here or should we use an existing pattern? And I said, use the existing pattern. Then in the structured plan outline, that it was sort of a blurry design decision. That
Yeah, you
blurriness,
didn't really know what you were agreeing to, essentially.
exactly.
You're like,
So
hey,
then
yeah,
that
it's the
blurriness,
existing structure sounds good, but now it wasn't really the right key decision to make.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So what in the structured plan outline, that blurriness got expanded and the scope of that decision got expanded to then include,
Oh,
okay, we're going to reuse the existing pattern. And so that means I should also reuse this existing endpoint and tack on the functionality
okay.
to that endpoint.
So you're saying your
Um,
decision got magnified. Yeah, that makes
yes,
sense.
exactly.
Yep.
And then in the plan, it got magnified even further, where it was just maybe a small bullet point in the structure plan outline. And then in the actual detailed plan, it was like, oh, the structured plan says we should reuse this endpoint. So here's my like code snippet of that exact existing endpoint. getting the
Yeah.
new functionality added on.
Oh my
And so,
gosh.
yeah.
Okay.
So the I don't know exactly how I'm going to go back and update the prompts because I think this is addressable. And it's addressable in the skill that you call for the design discussion and for the structure plan outline, right? It's like what I want it to do is be more of a free agent and not adhere so blindly to the instructions of the structure plan outline. Like if it's a
Yeah.
bad design, we shouldn't do it. Also, if there's blurriness, like it shouldn't get expanded. That blurriness should really only I yeah, I have even a hard time saying out loud what I want it to do because it's hard to write prompts when you don't know how literally it's going to treat what you're saying or how off the rails it's going to go when you give it some freedom in an area,
Yeah.
right? It's like I want it to build according to the plan.
Absolutely. Yeah. And this is the goal of LLMs, right? Is like it's a reinforcement pattern. I want it to do what I said, but look at the side effect. It's like,
Yeah,
okay, well, maybe we need to make an adjustment here about how you're going to make this plan in the future to avoid this potential hiccup. And it seems
exactly.
like this is way, I could see this being very prevalent, this particular issue, with
So,
how RPI works. So,
yeah,
especially with the design discussion, right? The design discussion, you're writing rules and laws, like you're writing the commandments that are going to propagate into that plan. And if you don't realize like the blast radius of the design decision that you made, um, this is what's going to happen, right? You made one
yeah.
small decision that ended up doing a bunch of weird stuff that you didn't expect, and you wish that this hadn't grown so much.
This is now I want to zoom out here and we're going to go to the approach that I'm using now. So if we come down here, we've got sort of, let's say, approach number 3. So let's go to double click on here, approach number 3, the middle approach, right? As we were talking about before, going too far in one direction and going too far in the other direction and then trying to find the middle. So what I've been doing now is while all of these are skills where we've prompted it exactly how to do research, exactly how to do design discussion, exactly how to create a structure plan. I'm doing these exact same things, these these 4 here. Let's copy paste them down here as well. Missed research and plan. Except now these are not skills. I'm just asking it, hey, go do research on this. You know the feature I want to build. Go research the application and find all the relevant information that we need to know and save it in a file. And I tell it to use the artifact skill, and that artifact skill just says how I want my files saved and the directory structure and the file names.
Right.
So I still have it use that just so that we have some standardization to the feature folders. But now I'm not over specifying exactly what should happen because I think the model is overfitting to those skill instructions. And if my skill instructions are not perfectly designed, it is going to have flaws like here where the design discussion ends up having a huge impact all these later steps. And so now I have to be really, really careful to all the decisions that I make. And I was kind of, at some points, I was saying, okay, question 1, A, question 2, B, because I was just, that one looks good to me. I'm going to pick that. I didn't like option B or C, so let's go with A. But now I'm kind of hesitant to do that because I know that when I pick option A, it's going to have huge downstream impacts to these later steps. With this approach, honestly, the design discussion is much more minimal. I'm just sort of doing review of its design more so than having it prompt me. And I feel like this approach, to take a quick step back here, a lot of the approaches that we find works with large language models are to overcome the model limitations, right? So this is all designed with context engineering and context rots and context windows as constraints that force us to do context engineering, right? But if we didn't have that constraint, then we wouldn't need to do this step-by-step process. We could just move into a more one-shot style, like let's do everything in one chat session, right? So I think we have to continually rethink our approach with every new model. Is that model might not have the same limitations as the previous models? So if we use the exact same prompt that worked with the previous model, we now might be over constraining the current model.
Yeah.
The current model doesn't need to be it doesn't need to be handheld so much to get good results. So I think we have to be constantly testing, like, can I loosen the leash here a little
Hmm.
bit for my
So
agent?
you're saying you actually found the best result in the middle approach, which is interesting because you would have thought that you would have I guess you would have thought the extended RPI provided a better result, but what you're finding is actually a simplified kind of in the middle RPI actually did better, where you handed more of the decisions to the agent because then the agent was able to follow its own autonomy a little bit better. And the impact of the decisions you made as a human in the 10 questions or whatever it asked you ended up being too constraining in the end result. And I think this is a really good point, and something that is coming out of like you're saying, the more capable the agents are. But yeah, you're saying you're yeah, essentially to wrap it up, it's like the you do want to step back a little bit, as the it's not that we're going to stop sourcing thoughts from humans because still humans still have the best intuition, right? But as the agents become more capable at coding, maybe you don't need to give them as much granular instructions about how to implement the code. More so, you step up again. You go, okay, well, it's better at writing the code than me. I'm going to step up again to a higher level of orchestration, and I think we're going to keep doing this. Um, right? If we're the universal explainers of the universe, someday we're going to be harvesting suns and we're not going to tell like the robot how to do that. You're just going to be like, we just need energy from, you know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah.
a crazy example, but it's like as things become
Yeah,
more sophisticated, we stop engineering so granularly, and that's okay. You just have to keep doing this.
exactly.
Yeah.
So in the RPI, the extended RPI, that research prompt is really descriptive. Like, here's exactly how I want you to research. Here's what I want you not to research. Here's how I want you to write the research file. It's like,
Yeah.
well, what if I just tell the model, go research this, and it does a good job, and I
Yeah, what if
don't
it does
need
a
to give
better
it?
job? You're like, hey, go
Exactly.
research it and make sure that you have good understanding. And it's like, okay, well, the way I would want to know if I were me was this. And it actually does a way better job than you telling it what it would want, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah.
like with your colleague. Let's say you tell your colleague to go research something. Like, here's how you have to research it. Here's the websites you're allowed to
Yeah.
research from.
Only use
Here's how
these
you,
and do it like this. That's
yeah,
weird.
and write your message to me like this. Like, if you're gonna give me that level of instruction, why don't you just go to research it yourself if that's
Good
exactly how
point.
you want it, you know?
Yeah.
And so the other thing is, okay, maybe that research works in, 60% of scenarios. But in the other 40%, you might need a slightly different approach. But if you're using the same prompt every single time, right, you don't have any flexibility. So maybe the approach is also still to use skills, but to remove all of the instructions that over constrain or over describe how it's
Yeah.
supposed to do it.
Dude, I think this relates to meta prompting in a way too, because so people used to write better prompts than agents, but now they don't. So you want to write your prompts with an agent because the agent's going to write a better prompt for itself. And then what you do is you look at it at a high level, right? And make updates. You're still great at this. probably better than the agents at deciding what the end thing should look like as you see it at a high level. But you want to still offload that rewrite to the agent because it does a better
Oh,
job of updating the prompt. Like it's yeah.
you know, but I have noticed that AI models, that large language models, like to over constrain in their prompts. They
Mm,
will 100% do the thing where it's like, this is exactly how you should research it and
yeah.
exactly how I want you to write your answers.
But then
And
then your nudging would be, hey, don't over constrain yourself when you write this, right?
yeah,
That's an excellent example where it's like the human can give it a way to give it its best example, right? Um,
right.
I think that's an amazing example. Actually, that's one that people should actually take away quickly. Is like if you notice that it writes way too verbose and that overly constrains it, you can just simply say write a simpler plan, and then you're winning, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Claude
yeah.
especially loves to do that.
I mean, I think 5.4 too, dude. Like the newer, it's like it's weird. It's like their models go from like writing a ton of stuff and then writing less, and then writing a ton and writing less. It's almost like the Anthropic team and the Claude or the chat team are doing the same things. Like they're like, what happens if we have it write 1,500 lines? Oh no, that was crazy. What happens if we ever have it do 500? And they're making macro level decisions that they have to train the models on. So then we have an entire iteration of a model that has this like kind of side effect of like, oh, I write way too many lines for now until they have a chance to fix it. So it feels like they're doing the same experiments at the model level in some ways. I wonder.
Yeah, and I think it's just it's hard to make a model improve at everything all at once.
Yeah.
And maybe when you go too far in one direction, it gets worse or changes behavior in another direction.
Yeah, the same patterns emerge in kind of all of the different spaces of LLMs, right? It's like
Yeah,
the people working on the theoretical side and the applied side and the people who are like using it for vibe coding, they all run into the same problems because these are just it's just the way LLMs function. So
exactly.